Hello everybody and welcome back again to another video. In this video I'm gonna talk about the ATP Next Gen Finals in Milano, and it's between 8 youngsters, 8 potential superstars, 8 players that are participating in this light version of the ATP Finals. Some of the ranked player that has earned this spot in the ATP Next Gen Finals have withdrawn. It's Elias and Shapovalov and Stefanos Tsitsipas, who is ahead of in this ranking, chose to play with the big boys in the ATP Finals, and he is a guy that can run deep there. So that's a wise decision from him, because he won this tournament last year when he defeated Alex de Minaur, who is playing in this year's ATP Next Gen Finals. So we have 8 players, and one of these guys is gonna win the title, the best Next Gen player 2019. When this format started in 2017, Shang, the South Korean guy, won against Andrei Rublev, a final that I saw. And then last year, Stefanos Tsitsipas defeated Alex de Minaur in 4-set matches. And they are not playing the normal format in tennis, where the first to 6 games, 4 games here, and they play shorter versions of 5-set matches. But anyway, it's going to be exciting for those who loves tennis, those who doesn't want to see the same big three, the other guys. These youngsters have a chance to win a title, even though they don't receive any points, but they of course receive some money. I forgot the amount of the money, but anyway, we have 8 players in 2 groups. The stages are like in the ATP Finals. 2 of the best from each group goes to the semifinals. And in Group 1, we have Alex de Minaur from Australia, who is the best ranked player in this tournament. He has the number 18 spot, I think, and he has been playing professional tennis since 2015. And his best Grand Slam result is a 4th round. And he have won 3 titles that I told you earlier, and he's only 20 years old. Actually, all of the guys in his group are 20 years old. And the second guy is Casper Ruud from Norway. He's ranked, I think, around 63. And his best result in Grand Slam is a 3rd round in French Open, where he lost to Roger Federer earlier this year, and has been playing professional tennis since 2015 also. And then we have Kecmanovic from Serbia, a guy that turned pro 2015, and he holds the 55 number on the spot on the ranking. He's a good player, solid player. I'm gonna go into the players a little bit more later. And then we have Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, who is, by the way, half Swedish. I think his father is from Sweden, and he has turned pro this year and is ranked at number 82. So has done some good results this year of reaching this final. I don't know if he got a wild card or a substitute, because 3 of the top 8 in the Next Gen rankings pulled out. I don't know if earned his place or he just filled in for Aliassime, Shapovalov, or Tsitsipas. That I have to check out later after this video. But anyway, that's the first group. I forgot what they named the groups, but we can say Group 1. And in Group 2, we have Francis Tiafoe, a 20-year-old young American guy, the youngest American player that is ranked in the top 50. He holds the number 46 spot. He has won 1 title earlier in his career, and he has been on tour for 4 years now, and he has done some okay results. It's difficult in this top level of tennis to break into the top 100 first. And then you have to win challenge tournaments, you have to win future tournaments, and then eventually do good results in the ATP 250 tournaments, the 500, the Masters, and the biggest step, of course, to create something good in Grand Slams. But we all know that's only a handful of players that has done that recently, the last 15 years, maybe 20, not 17, 18 years. We all know that. It's very difficult to break in and win. So these guys have the potential, of course, but they need more. They need some special to be in top 10. We all know that tennis is a brutal sport. It's very hard. It's difficult. It's so many components that has to work for you to be a top 10, even a top 50 player, or break into the hundreds. It's not that you don't go far with only talent. But anyway, the second guy in round in group 2 is Hugo Humbert from France, and he's a solid player. Also, he has been professional since 2016. He has a 4-round in Wimbledon as the best result, and he's ranked at number 56 currently. And he's a very interesting player. And number 3 in Group 2 is from Sweden. The Swedish tennis has been under a dark cloud for many, many years, because the last Grand Slam winner from Sweden was Thomas Johansson. He won in Australian Open, I think it was 2002. If I can remember correctly, I think he beat Marat Safin there. But since then, we haven't seen any Swedish players in the, I think actually in the top 10 since then, since Johansson. And it's had been a dark cloud over Swedish tennis. But some of the old players like Magnus Norman, who was I think he was ranked number 1 spot for a short while, and he even made it to French Open final. I think it was 97 or 98 or something like that, where he lost against Gustavo Kuerten. He and some other former Swedish tennis players from the 90s has started some academies around Sweden, and they are focusing on finding the next big talent. They got some money from the Swedish Tennis Federation. They are starting to do something, but the tennis competition today is so brutal that it's very hard, because players like Björn Borg, Mats Wilander, Stefan Edberg, to mention just a few of the Grand Slam winners from Sweden, it's hard to find quality player like them. It takes something special, and they are trying their best, I think, and we'll see the result in a couple of years. So I wish them good luck, because I want to see some good tennis players from Sweden. And the number 4 player in this group is Yannick Sinner from Italy, a very interesting guy. He's only 18 years old, turned pro last year. He's ranked at number 93 now. So he holds one of the spots here, and I think that he will be a good, solid, top 100 ranked player. Maybe he can develop more of his game. He's still young. He can also become a Grand Slam winner. You never know with these guys. Some of them, if you look at the paper, some of them been here a couple of years, like De Minaur, TFO. We are expecting big things from them, from these 2 players. We have seen some results from De Minaur lately. He has won 3 titles now. He won in Zhuhai, where he defeated RBA. And he has beaten RBA twice, actually, and Kei Nishikori once. So those are the top players that he has beaten. And his playing style, he's attacking defender with a huge heart. He runs and collects almost every point. It's hard to hit winners against him. So in this field, if you look at the ranking, if you have seen him play, if you have seen the other players play, he's the best player in this next gen of these next gen players. It's not only just look at the ranking. He is the best player of them. He is the main favorite to win this tournament. And his playing style, like I said, he has aggressive playing style. All right, enough about De Minaur. And then we go on to Casper Ruud, who has a decent forehand, a decent serve. He's very tactical. He is son of a former ATP professional player from Norway, who I think his name was Christian Ruud. He was okay, top 100 player. I think he didn't won any titles, but yeah, he was a solid player in for those who plays from top 50 and 250. He was okay. And then we have Kecmanovic from Serbia, I think. He has a huge serve. He has some good ground strokes. He's still young. He needs to sharpen up a little bit. And he will also be a force to count on in the future. Maybe not a Grand Slam contender, but ATP 250, maybe 500. You never know how these guys will do in the future, because they can develop. They can go from 0 to 100 in like a season. Just look at Daniel Medvedev. He's a perfect example. He started this year as a solid 50 ranked player, and then he is suddenly ranked number 5, I think, in the world, maybe 4. I think he's has the number 4 spot. So he has developed. And Casper Ruud, he's did a good performance in the French Open, where he lost to Roger. So he has been okay player on the tour this year. And the fourth player in this group is Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, who has won 2 challenger tournaments in his career. His playing style reminds me of Kay and Novak, a combination of a typical baseline grinder, like almost all the Spanish players are, because he also a Spanish citizen. And he's here to learn. He has done a solid the year, because he turned pro this year. So he's learning, and this will be a huge experience for him. And we will see more of him also in the future. On to the group 2 now. We all know Francis Tiafoe. He has a big serve, big forehand, and on occasionally he returns good also. Or I forgot to tell you something about Kecmanovic. He has beaten Alexander Zverev, and Tiafoe has beaten Zverev. He has beaten Anderson and Del Potro, Kevin Anderson. So he has beaten 3 top 10 players. And Kecmanovic has beaten Zverev. What do we have to say more? What can we say more about Hugo Humbert? He's a very rare kind of a player, his playing style, because he's very offensive and he likes to volley. So if you saw him at Wimbledon, he reached the 4th round there. He played very good. I think he lost to Novak Djokovic there, so it was a good run for him anyway. So this Humbert, he should be one of the 2 semi-finalists from the group 2, I think. I think Tiafoe and Humbert reached the semi-final with Yannick Sinner as a dark horse in this group. And then we have Elias Ymer, the Swede, who has won 4 challenger tournaments, and he has collecting many points earlier, but he didn't play well at Stockholm Open when I was there. He lost to a German guy, Steve, I think. Yes, it was Steve. So he lost that match, and he has reached the round 2 of French Open once. And his playing style, he's a baseliner with good defensive skills. He can hit hard from the backhand and forehand. He's a solid baseliner. And then we have Yannick Sinner, who has won 2 challenger. He's a very exciting name on this tennis circus. He's a very brave guy that likes to challenge from the baseline. So he will cause some damage in these group stages, because he has a chance of winning every match, in my opinion, because he has done some good results lately, and he's ranked number 93 now. All right, about my prediction from group 1, I think De Minaur and Casper Ruud will go through, and I think we can hold Kecmanovic as a dark horse there. In the group 2 stages, I think the Menar, I think that TFO and Hugo Humbert will reach the semifinals with Yannick Sinner as a potential dark horse there. And who will win this tournament? As I told you earlier, I think Alex de Minaur will win this tournament. He's the best player. He has shown some good result against top 20 players. He's just too solid and consistent of these guys. I think that he is the one to beat, and therefore my vote goes for him. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Take care and bye bye.